I'm Philly, and welcome to Takeout Try or Buy, which is a stream where we order takeout from a Philly place, a place that we've not been to before, a place that is often better suited for takeout, and we give it a go, right? And so I'm super excited about our stream tonight because it is for barbecue. So let me tell you a little bit about Zig Zag. Let me get up my information. Zig Zag is a place that is in not the Northeast at all. So you have Center City. It's a little north of Center City, in the Kensington area, and it opened in July 2020, which is like not a great time to open, right? That was in the midst of the pandemic, but hopefully because so many people were looking for takeout, many weren't going to restaurants unless they could sit outside. Maybe they got a good start. And the owner is Matt Lang, and he was actually born in Baltimore, and he was raised in Howard County, Maryland. And he started his first cooking culinary adventure at the Pearl Oyster Bar in the West Village in Manhattan. So when he actually met a man by Joe Carroll, who was opening Fête Sau in Brooklyn, which is really interesting. That was in 2007 because we have a Fête Sau here in Philly. And that's another barbecue I've had, which is very good, like no complaints. But it doesn't call my name, so still looking. Anyways, so that experience really changed him, and he decided to head to Hill Country in Washington, D.C., and he followed that with the opening of Texas Jack's in Arlington, Virginia. And you're going to see a theme there because he's kind of a Texas barbecue guy, and the brisket that I ordered is Texas brisket, so I'm really anxious to try it. And he did that before heading to Philadelphia. So he worked at Martha's in Kensington for 3 years before joining Martha's partners, who are Carrie Borish, Mike, and Lena Parcell on Zig Zag. So they all joined together to create this barbecue place in Kensington. And it was designed to be kind of a good complement to the bar. So a place in the neighborhood, you could grab some grub and you could get a drink nearby. So he smokes his barbecue on a gas-fired old hickory. I don't know what that means. People that barbecue might know what that means, but it's old hickory. He turns out brisket, pork, turkey, and pork spare ribs. Not turkey spare ribs, but smoked turkey and pork spare ribs. He sells by the pound and in sandwiches. And his menu is actually quite simple. So, and it is Texas-style brisket. So I ordered pork spare ribs, pulled pork, brisket, had to try the brisket. I ordered 1 turkey teaser for us to taste, and we're going to do that tonight because it'll get soggy on the bread. I ordered some Queso Mac, we'll talk about that, and their savory corn pudding. So there was quite a few other things that sounded good, but there was only so much food, right? Even eating 2 nights. Also, interesting to know if anyone is watching this that lives in Philly and has concerns about gluten-free with celiac, they are apparently on this gluten-free website. They're amazing for that. And items are marked gluten-free, and they use tamari to make their barbecue sauce. And they also switch knives and cutting boards if you tell them you're celiac. So if you give them a heads up, it can be a very safe place for you to eat if you have celiac. So just wanted to put that out. I thought that was really kind. Let me take a quick sip. I'm having some Red Stripe tonight. I think beer and barbecue go very well together. You, of course, could enjoy whatever you like, but hey, Barb and Archie, tell me about the barbecue you like. Is there a place near you that you get really good barbecue? Do you like a certain style of barbecue? Do you like it really saucy, or do you like it more dry? Just let me know kind of what your feelings are on barbecue. I'm going to start digging it. So in here. Okay. All right. Oh, this is packed quite nice. It's in a paper bag. We've got some extra sauce, which is good because I wasn't sure about that. And I wanted to make sure. Ooh, look at this. This one's in let me see if you can see it. It's called Temp Sack to Go. Keeps foods hot or cold. Do not use in a microwave oven. I love this. Oh, what is exactly? Oh my goodness. All right, friends. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use Hub's plate, and I'm going to tell him to get another plate out. This must be all of the different barbecue we got. Very interesting. What a great idea. So we got some ribs. We got some brisket. Oh my goodness, it's a little greasy. I'm glad I got a nice cloth napkin. All right, let me see what we got here. Let's see. And oh, let me just check what you guys said. So you said, I had the best barbecue in Virginia, pork barbecue, so good, and a special sauce that was hot. And Archie said he's never had what you guys define as barbecue. Oh, I find that really interesting. There's some napkins in here. Now, I did say to them that I did not need to, you know, have any utensils. A lot of the places when you do takeout, you can specify that. This is where the sandwich is. We have our corn pudding. Love that. And we've got our, this must be the mac. So, you know, it's interesting doing all these takeouts. You learn a lot of different things. Let me put that on the floor. One of the things is that, you know, presentation, of course, is everything, right? However, it's also important to be sustainable. Everything here is sustainable. It's all paper products. Even the thing that's supposed to help, it's got like a coating on it, but it can, and these are plastic, you know, for the sauce, of course. So meanwhile, this is the turkey. Let me look at it, show you the turkey teaser right here. Let me get it out actually so you can see. It is quite the sandwich. Look at that. Look at that. Dropping everything. Turkey teaser. So I'm going to get that cut. So I'm going to show you the inside of this, and I'll tell you about it. So let me just show you first. Look at this goodness. Look at that there. Smoked turkey. All right, so this sandwich, the turkey teaser, it has hand-carved turkey. Of course, it's smoked turkey. It has mayo, a Caesar kale. So Archie, I'm so sorry. There is a Caesar kale in here, and blackberry jam. And I thought that sounded really interesting. Let me taste the turkey. Oh, legit smoke on that. Legit smoke, and it is so tender. The piece that I just took a little nibble of, not dry at all. Absolutely delicious. Okay, let me get back to the chat and let me open up the rest of our barbecue. So even this being said, I won't say that everything, like that this was super warm, even with the desire to help, you know, by putting, oh, this is a little greasy. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put these on top because I'm just gonna, let me get myself assorted here, friends. Let me get myself assorted. Hubs is gonna come in and he's gonna be like, what in the world is going on? Wow, those are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness, these spare ribs. Okay, I gotta show you these. Let's see if this paper will behave. You know what, I think I'm gonna just have to take it off. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me get this big piece of paper off because these ribs are beauties, but I wanna get this greasy paper out of the way so it doesn't go on everything else. So let me just move this paper, bring this all back so you can check this out. I gotta rinse off my hands. This is gorgeous. One of the things I'm liking already that I'm seeing is that they have the sauce on the side because in barbecue, Archie, and Barbara could attest, some people like, let me show you that. Do you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Some people like very saucy barbecue. That is their thing. And some people like it more dry. And then in Alabama, there's a white sauce that they dip their barbecue in. So lots of differences. This is just, this is super greasy. And I know it's just the nature of these luscious meats. And pardon my hands, but you know, we're all eating this in our house, and I got to bring this over there again because it is greasy. I need to warn Hubs about that when he comes in. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so much more involved than I expected to be. That was the brisket, my friends. Looks absolutely luscious. If you're ever worried about your fat content, that's the only downside to the paper. And I'm just going to dump this. This is the pulled pork. So I got the quarter-pound option for pulled pork and for brisket. I got the half slab of ribs. Again, I was just getting a lot of different things, and I got a sandwich. Besides the mac and cheese, their Queso Mac, and the corn pudding, I just wanted us to be able to taste a lot of it. This has all been packed in. I just want to separate that a little bit so it can, I'm going to take a little nibble. Oh, it's luscious. So there we go. Here we have, you can see the ribs, the spare ribs, the brisket, the pulled pork. So it was a 1/4 pound of those two, and this is a half rack of ribs. That's a nice size half rack. That's actually more than I thought it would be. Let's open up the rest. This is corn pudding, and the corn pudding was interesting. Let me go back to the menu. I see more people have joined. I'm going to say hello in a second. Let me just get to the corn pudding. The corn pudding, let me find it, friends. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Is savory corn pudding. It has eggs, Hatch green chilies, Chihuahua cheese, cilantro. Nice. And it's hard to get a real good picture of it here, but I'll show that to you. That's the savory corn pudding. And then in here, hey babe. Hello. And then in here is, and this is fun, this is the Queso Mac and cheese. And on top it has flaming hot Cheetos crumbled up, which have been a big thing of late. In fact, I still need to see that movie. So that's the Queso Mac and cheese. All right, so that is our feast, and we have extra sauce here. So the turkey teaser, which I already described, and then we have, I got lots of extra food so we'd have some for tomorrow, by the way, babe. That's why I ordered so much. The spare ribs, the pulled pork, the brisket, mac and cheese, savory corn pudding. So I'm gonna start digging in, but first let me see what's in the chat. Let's see here. Okay, so I saw Kathy pop in. Hi, Kathy. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Is everything still showing picture and sound? Hopefully, fingers crossed. Blackberry jam, yes, in the turkey teaser. Isn't that interesting, Arch? I thought you'd appreciate that. Put the greasy bits on Hub's plates, right? Well, they actually have, oh, what's the one thing? Oh, the bits, in barbecue, burnt ends. I had to stop ordering, so I couldn't get those. At some point I had to just stop. So, okay, so our sandwich is cold, like it's a cold sandwich. This is not warm, so I'm gonna start with the warm stuff, actually. And I'm gonna put my own sauce here and put sauce here for Hubs in case he wants sauce. I'm gonna start with the ribs, actually. That looks like a nice one. They look meaty, so I'm looking for flavor, smoke. I also want it to, like, get off the bone pretty well. Mmm. I don't know if you can see, finger licking, but there is like a smoke ring. I mean, that is what you want. Well, I gotta take a bite now.
Sure.
Oh.
The brisket's great. I mean,
the brisket is succulent.
Yeah, it's very tender.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. Friends, I know you could choose to be so many places right now, and you're choosing to be on this very glitchy stream tonight. Mm. Actually, Hubs on the freeze frame is more entertaining than when he's in the normal playback mode. Yep, me too. I love the face. I love the face on there.
That's true.
And you are waiting for fries. So, Archie, my sincerest apologies. But as you can see, unfortunately, we didn't get to the fries. So I'm going to get you started on your sandwich first. Just take a little bite of the pulled pork. Okay. Just to taste it, like that. There we go. This is the pulled pork. Mmm.
Got a little sauce, right?
Yeah, but I feel like I have to have it plain first, just because both of these are just succulent. Like, that's the best word for it. They're succulent. The ribs are complex, and that's not to take away. They're just totally different. The barbecued ribs are probably some of the best flavored, like, treated ribs that I probably ever remember having. Like, it's just so much has been done to get them where they are. I'm just so impressed with it.
What's the name?
But the meats are so succulent.
What's the name of the place?
It's called Zig Zag BBQ.
Oh, yeah, you've got it right here.
So you can start on the turkey sandwich, since you're super hungry.
I don't feel bad.
Well, it's kind of what I've gotten accustomed to, love.
No, wait.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
Is in normal dinners, friends, I'm the one that eats faster.
That's because you don't talk. On this, you talk a lot.
But that's why we're doing this. It's a live stream, love.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's the difference.
Right. But you could talk more.
I choose not to. I choose to eat.
Anywho, so let me see what everyone's saying. Huge buns. Oh, and by the way, speaking of buns, Arch, they have the buns that they use for their sandwiches. I don't know if you recognize it. That's a Merzbacher sweet potato bun. These are our favorite buns. These buns we get at River Wards, they are phenomenal. And they are, for me, like the only bun I want to use in most cases. They are phenomenal. And when I was on the website, you could actually, because you could buy this, and then you could buy buns to kind of assemble it at home. Now,
That'd be a good idea.
yeah, but the buns, they don't totally gorge you on the cost, but it's more expensive than if I just buy, the buns at River Wards. So take a bite.
Okay.
I need to get food in his mouth, so he lays off me. I know, right, Arch? He's supposed to be talking. That's right. So these are just amazing potato rolls here in the city by Merzbacher's.
You said
Okay, let me
sweet
try it.
potato rolls. Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Lots of
I need
flavor.
another bite. A lot of flavor. The meat. Take a little piece of the meat by itself. I took a little bit, fell off. It is so moist. I'm telling you,
It actually works because
the sweet
I'm not a huge mayo
and the
guy.
Caesar and then the turkey and the mayo, it all works, like you said. Now, the only problem is, we both love kale.
Yeah. That's not
We
my
both,
favorite.
okay, I love kale. He eats kale.
I'm okay with it.
But you're okay with it. I have kale almost every day in my salad. Like my usual work salad has kale in almost all the time. So, and this was massaged, you can tell. Where you massage the oils in the kale to help break it down a little bit. And you can tell
Is that
by
an
the look of it.
official job title? Kale massager?
I'm going to make that your job. In fact, you're just going to massage the kale and I'm going to come and eat and talk. And then no one will be rushing me.
What do you do?
Anyway.
I'm a kale massager.
But it has the Caesar dressing on it, but it's not too heavy. It's a nice flavor, but the turkey's outstanding. Like I could see, first of all, I like when I know we're gonna put ratings. Off the cuff on this plate, while everything was delicious, those ribs, to me are remarkable. I really like the ribs. And, but I love all the meats, but I really like the ribs. What I would love to get is just a bunch of the smoked turkey.
Yeah.
Plain and kind of do what we want to do. And then if we feel like pulled pork, we feel like brisket, we get that. But those ribs, like that to me is the thing that I will remember.
I thought actually all the meats were very good. The brisket was really tender. I mean, just
and
cut it with a fork.
juicier. And
Yeah.
like then fett sal. Like I felt, because we got a variety of different things of fett sal and it was tasty. I just felt
Yeah,
like it was
it's
drier.
good. This is better.
Yeah, I felt like it was drier there. So the owner used to work in Brooklyn at the Fett Sal there. How funny is that?
That is funny.
So good. But this is really unique.
Want some help with that corn?
I think it's because I'm talking and hosting and you're just eating.
Yep.
Yeah. Why don't you have a rib?
No, I'm good now.
Why don't you start rating, my love?
No.
This is going to be a fun.
gonna wait.
This is going to be a fun, salty one because he apparently is in a mood, even though he came home to some really good barbecue.
Well, I was in a mood because of the stupid
Traffic.
on the
I
way
know.
home.
I know. You called
The
me and
road
told me
being
all about it,
closed.
love.
The road was closed.
Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, cost. Thank you. Thank you for getting me back on track, Archie. So let me just go over what we got. It was a half rack of ribs, a 1/4 pound of brisket, a 1/4 pound of the pulled pork, a small corn pudding, a small mac and cheese, the full sandwich, the turkey teaser. That altogether was like $74. The most expensive thing was the half rack of rib, which was like $24 or something. Now, I did it through Grubhub, which is just a delivery service here. if you buy it from the store directly and go pick it up, it's like $1 cheaper on most things. And then they also had this Happy Meal, which was, it reminded me of Bloomsday, where you can get, I think you can get a half rack of ribs or you can get a sandwich and you get a side and you get either, you can have it be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. If it's alcoholic, it's just a mystery beer that goes in. Like they had some really cool selection of beers at their place. So they just throw in a beer. So you can either do that or you can do like a soda or something like that. So I thought that was really kind of cool. But you can't do that through Grubhub. It's only through if you go there, and they will card you. So if anyone is not of age, they will card you. So I thought that was a really ingenious idea.
So it's in Kensington, right?
It's in Kensington, yes.
Do you know?
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's rate.
You sure? You ready?
Okay. So packaging, I gave it a 4. It would have been okay, so what I loved is that what you didn't see was everything was really, except for these little things for the sauce, which can't be anything but plastic, everything was sustainable, which that gave me points. The problem, while I appreciate the sustainability with the meats, it was very greasy. You can see the stuff over there.
Yeah.
It's just that just wasn't so pleasant, just to be completely honest. But I get it. I'm a cook. So like I get the whole, I'm not afraid to handle food and all that, but it just made difficult in getting it to, like if you're getting takeout, first of all, if you were getting takeout, you couldn't eat from that. So, do you know what I'm saying? So what if, even the ribs, they were wrapped in paper that was very greasy. So, the reason it has a 4 was because of sustainability.
So what would you have them put the ribs in?
So, I wondered,
Styrofoam?
no, not styrofoam, but I wonder if they made these bigger, like a round thing so they could go in there or something. It was, and that point, maybe even some foil, because that can at least be recycled, apparently not in Philly anymore. But you know what I'm saying? Because it's, if you are taking takeout and taking it to a picnic, you're going to have some issues. That's the only thing.
Yep.
So it's not a deal breaker. I will still order from them because I really enjoyed their food, but it was just difficult. Like, just gonna be honest. This was fine, but with that, just made it a bit of a mess. So I gave a 4. The reason I didn't give a 3 was because it was sustainable. So that's about 4, and it came in that, which is, if you read the thing, it said keeps food hot or cold.
Not for use in microwave ovens.
Okay, so it has like that coating to help keep it. So, anyways, portion. I put a 4.
I put a 4.
Yeah.
Because it's a sandwich.
Yep.
And you got a quarter of a pound.
Mm-hmm.
And so they gave you a quarter of a pound.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which seems appropriate.
Those seemed, but I will say, smalls always seem a little small. And part of it's that you don't know what small looks like until you go in there.
Yeah,
But that's just, no, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. But the rack of rib, the half rack, I thought was bigger than I expected. So that was just a half
and
rack.
I always think, I always get these and I'm like, I don't think there's that much in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's always more in there than you think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, presentation. You did 3.5?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mean.
No, it just, first of all, if it's wrapped that way,
Mean.
you really can't have a presentation, right? It's, for takeout. And it's, again, I like the food. I will order from there again. I've got food in my mouth. But it wasn't a spectacular presentation. We've had some takeout that's been really well presented.
All right, Aroma.
A 4.
See, now.
Oh, because when you walked in.
When I walked in,
Oh.
it smacked you. Oh. Actually, it got me before I came in the door. So I gave it a 5.
But see, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Because you pick it up and it's just, it was good, but, that's okay, because you got the different experience. So I gave it a 4. It smells delicious, but I didn't get smacked because I was carrying the smack. How about temperature?
Well, I gave it a 4 because I protest against your 3.5.
No.
Because you talk and then it gets cold.
But I felt the bag when I was walking up.
All right, well.
But part of it's a little further away. So, but I feel like I give too many 4s and 5s sometimes, especially 4s. So I just did a 3.5 to be a little bit more fair. Texture.
I want to protest on the texture, by the way. 4.5 on texture.
So I gave a 5 for texture. And because the meats, the brisket and the pulled pork were so moist, they were succulent. The ribs had that crispy kind of exterior and the smoke ring, but it was tender, like pulling the meat. I love the texture of the different things with the sandwich. I like that they put the flaming hot on the mac and cheese to give a little texture. The corn pudding actually has a lot of texture, having real corn kernels in there. I just thought there was a lot of like specific intentional texture that I really enjoyed. Like, I don't know that I've given texture a 5 before, I'm not sure. Yeah. And I like that. How about taste?
I thought the taste, I loved it. I gave it a 5, and I never give 5s on taste.
The only reason I didn't give it a 5, I don't know why I didn't give it a 5. I gave it a 4, but yeah, and it was probably the mac and cheese was good. I'm so fussy at mac and cheese.
Yeah, but you're a mac and cheese person. I'm not as much of a mac and cheese person.
But that was really good.
The corn thing was stupid.
Yeah.
And the ribs were really good. The brisket was great.
But I felt like what I liked about the brisket was more the texture, whereas the flavor of the ribs just knocked my socks off of.
The pulled pork was great.
It was very good, very good. And I will say, I love the sauce. Sauce was very, very interesting. Again, it has a little heat for people who don't like heat.
Overall?
I don't know. Overall, I gave it a 4. What'd you give it?
Give it a 4 or 5.
4 or 5. And friends, I think because of a couple of the things that I didn't rank as high as why it got a 4 and not higher, this is a place, I will say, unlike Fet Sao, I will not forget those ribs. I know you won't forget the corn pudding. That I would definitely get to serve to company, to get pulled pork and brisket, like in a heartbeat. This was so cool. I want to get you some turkey and do some stuff with that. Okay. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and the sauce was really good. Thank you, Zig Zag. We were very impressed. I know some parts probably seem hard when we're critiquing, but it's more because we're just trying to give everyone the best, most honest opinion of what our experience was like. But yeah, I'm so glad to know you, Zig Zag, and we look forward to ordering from you again. Next Friday, we are doing, but you can just be around for the fun of it, happy hour, making some fall drinks. We're going to be trying some different fall drinks I've been seeing on social media and giving it a thumbs up or thumbs down.
You said I could be there, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm starting at 5, so if I've already had a couple, then you're just going to have to catch up. Yeah, but no, so I'm literally going to be trying next week for happy hour some of these fall cocktails and letting you know whether we give them a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Good.
So that will be next week. So until we eat again, thank you, friends. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. And if you're in Philly, try Zig Zag.